Hello and welcome back for the whiskey. My name's Mark and you're here for another whiskey review. So today I'm going to be doing a review of the Glenfarclas 10-year-old, the Marks and Spencer's exclusive, bottled at 42.5% ABV. This particular whiskey was released by Marks and Spencer's in the Christmas of 2024. Then it retailed for £40. Today it retails for £42. They haven't sold out. It's still available in their websites. There is an online retailer who is selling this for £79. Don't buy from them. Go to Marks and Spencer's. They sell it online. Get it for 42 quid. Or even better, pop into one of those stores and you'll get it for £42. Be keeping an eye on this to see whether they're discounted anymore, because I'd buy another bottle, and that's before I've done the review. So what can you say about this? Well, it's a step up from the regular Glenfarclas 10-year-old, which incidentally was the very first review I did when I started this channel. So I'll put a link up to the original Glenfarclas 10-year-old review, and you can have a laugh at how bad I was doing reviews way back at the very beginning. I've actually got a bottle there of the 10-year-old. I've not opened this one yet. I've probably had maybe 3 bottles of this so far. This will be my 4th bottle yet to be opened. It's a staple, 40% ABV. It's a pretty competent whiskey. It is consistent. It's a tasty dram. Go and check the review out. This one, on the other hand, the Glenfarclas Marks and Spencer's exclusive, let's pour dram. It is, as I mentioned, 42.5% ABV. It is, well, is it chill filtered? Is it natural colour? Hang on, I can hear you say. But Glenfarclas say on their labels, natural colour. Well, indeed they do. 10-year-old, just here, it says natural colour. This is the standard 10-year-old. This is a distillery bottle. This is an official bottle, bottled by Glenfarclas. However, the labelling will be what Marks and Spencer's wanted on the bottles for whatever branding they wanted. There you go, Marks and Spencer's little logo there. So I'm imagining it was a battle of who shout the loudest. Marks and Spencer's placed an order for a big batch of 10-year-old single malt whiskey to bottle for a Christmas. I can't say Glenfarclas were going to shout too much about the fact that on this bottle there is no statement about colour. None. I think it's fair to say that, you know, this hasn't got any added colour in. Let's do a direct comparison between the two. What do we think? Do we think it's very similar? Do we think? Who knows? Who knows? Because when it comes to Scotch for retailers, the customer dictates. In this case, Marks and Spencer's probably dictate. However, we'll move on to the value score. This technically should be a 92.3 out of 100. But because Glenfarclas never say whether it's chill filtered, if you go to the distillery and do a tour, they will tell you that they use a barrier filter, but they don't chill filter. But it's disappointing that this particular release doesn't mention anything about colour. So because we don't know about the colour status and because we don't know about the chill filtration status, we're going to give it an 84.3 out of 100, which is, it is where it is, unfortunately. It's not the best score for what should be a really good whiskey. What does it say on the tin? Standard blurb. Okay, let's go ahead and we'll give this a nose and a taste and we'll see what it's like. Cheers. Well, back to the ABV, 42.5%. You can tell it's a bit stronger, but it's a little bit weaker compared to what I believe the Americans get. I believe the US market get a 43% ABV for the standard 10-year-old single malt whiskey. So this is down on that, but it's closer to what the Americans would get. It's fruity, it's malty, it's a bit vegetal on the nose. The fruits kind of suggest there's some spice going on there, like a fruit spice, fruit cake, Christmas, but it's muted. It's not the full experience of what would be a sherried whiskey, and this is a sherried whiskey, although do say it's a lightly sherried style. I'm getting vanilla, touches of caramel, but there is quite a bit of that malt, barley sugar perhaps coming through. And then we'll get the arrival of a bit more spice, cinnamon and nutmeg, a bit of clove maybe, but it's that maltiness, that barley sugar that seems to be the most dominant. See what's like on the palate. That is unmistakably Glenfarclas 10-year-old. It's youthful, but it's tasty. It's lightly sherried. It's got a few dark fruits in there, dark berries. The suggestions of sultana, vanilla's there, ginger, and cinnamon and nutmeg. But it's quite bitter. Certainly towards the finish, it dries off. It gets bitter. It gets malty, oak, tannin. It's nice. I do like Glenfarclas. I'm biased. Hence why it was one of the first. In fact, I think the 12-year-old was the second review I ever did. I did have a favouritism towards Glenfarclas back in the day. I tend not to buy them as much as I try and broaden my palate and try other whiskies. But I still buy the 10-year-old. I still have a bottle on standby, as do I have a bottle of the 105, and I've got a bottle of the 15-year-old. But I don't kind of have a full range like I used to. I used to have the 8 and the 12 and the 25. Actually, I might have a little bit 25 left, but I digress. Is it a fantastic whiskey? No, but it's consistent. It's reliable. It's like an old friend that you haven't seen for a while. You're kind of welcome to see it, to spend some time with it before you part company and you don't see each other for quite a while. Because, well, say I've had this bottle 2 years and coming up 2.5 years now actually, and I'm probably into the last 5th of it, to be fair. And the 10-year-old I bought at the distillery when I went on a tour, which would have been, I want to say, about the same time. It was probably 2024 maybe. But back onto that chill filtration. So Glenfarclas said when I was on the tour that they don't chill filter. It's kind of been said through the industry, through other YouTube channels and vlogs and people who talk about these things. The Glenfarclas have quite an aggressive barrier filter. It's effectively. This is I can't say myself, but it's effectively the non-chill filtration machine with the chiller turned off. So, okay, let's do a comparison. I poured one earlier. Okay, I'm just going to switch them around. We'll do a comparison. So, what I did is this one, I added some cold water. Do you detect any haze? You would probably expect to see some haze with a bit of cold water added. If it was non-chill filtered, you wouldn't expect any haze. if it was aggressively barrier filtered with the chiller off and all of those fatty, oily, I mean, maybe there's a little haze. Maybe there's a little haze. What do you think? What do you think? You think there's a bit of haze in that one? I think there is. Yeah, I think there is. In fact, yeah, there definitely is. I think we'll let them off. I think we'll say that it isn't chill filtered. But why don't they put it on the labels? With the water, those malty, vegetal, barley sugar notes are popping out even more aggressively. It is where it is. As I say, it's a nice whiskey. It is a nice whiskey, and I'd buy another bottle of this, but not at the £42. Clearly, Marks and Spencer's ordered quite a lot to appear in every single one of their stores. I've bought 2 bottles. I gifted a bottle. This bottle has lasted 2 years, 2.5 years. I would get another one. I would. It's just another example, though, of where a distillery just seemed to forget that sometimes there's enthusiasts buy, not necessarily fans of the brand, because the fans will always buy their stuff, but enthusiasts want genuine, integrity, transparent whiskies, and for a family-owned brand such as Glenfarclas, I would just like them to add that level of transparency to their labels. It's not going to be selling out. It's not selling out. But yeah, there's definitely haze there. There's definitely haze. I mean, you can see it. Non-chill filtered. Definitely not. Definitely not chill filtered. So, yeah, there's still goodness in the whiskey. I don't think there's much more I need to say. It's £42 a bottle. It's 42.5% ABV. It's non-chill filtered. 190 natural colour. Do we do an adjustment on the value score? So if it's non-chill filtered, it gets a 90.3. We know that they don't add colour, so it's a 92.3. But letter of the law, statements on the bottles, 84.3. I'm going to be harsh. Sorry. Should you buy it? It's a Glenfarclas 10-year-old. You've had it before. Expect the same. Laters.